So when you think Pinot Noir, what's the first area growing region that comes to mind?
Burgundy.
Okay. What if I said Germany?
I'd say you're crazy. No, I would say...
Well, you know I'm not crazy because there's one right here. And that's what we have for this Give It a Shot. I'm Andrew.
And I'm Keith. And we are AboutBeverages.com. Your source for that. No. And,
we haven't done that in a while.
No, I haven't done that for a while.
Do you remember it? Do you remember
Your source for the sharing of news, knowledge, and, of course, the beverages themselves.
Very good.
Okay,
nice.
like
Look
that,
at
that. And the beverage we are about today is a Pinot Noir from Germany.
Yes, it's actually from the Baden area of Germany, which is right near the corner of the Rhine River.
Okay.
And right at the edge of the Black Forest.
Wow.
Yeah.
Done a lot of fun things there.
Yeah.
Rhine
I've got
Black
ridiculous
Forest.
amounts of what else you want to know?
I've
got other
whatever
things.
else you got.
Oh my gosh.
Share it all.
They actually they harvest these grapes late in the colder weather, so they're hoping for more of a sweet, and a little fuller bodied.
Okay.
So that's kind of because this area is actually known obviously for Rieslings, because that's what I think of when I think of Germany.
Yeah.
Rieslings, Gewürztraminers. That's kind of at least the two that initially leaped to mind.
Yeah.
So when I
That's
was
true.
at, I actually got this at Cost Plus, and when I was there, they do their little wine tastings like Trader Joe's does, where they've got their little setup. Yeah,
nice.
They do it on the weekends, and I walked in, and they're like, oh yeah, this is what we're going to be tasting in like about an hour. We're going to be doing these different ones, and I was like, wow, this weird label with, well, as you can see up there, it's got this monkey on it. You know, it's just so strange. I was
hugging that bottle.
Yeah, and I was kind of like, okay, what is this? Some weird niche like thing or whatever? And she's like, no, this is actually a German Pinot Noir. And I was like, well, that's kind of strange. She said, yeah, it's. She said they also have a Riesling. They actually make a Riesling too. And I was like, oh, okay. I said, if I had been here an hour later, that's probably the one I'd want to try. And she was like, I'll open it for you now. I was like, oh, that's nice.
Oh,
so
right.
I actually have already had like the little sippy cup taste of this.
Yeah.
So we'll start there, which, in the plastic cup, it was intriguing enough, like even if it would have to have tasted like complete garbage for me and not have bought one, because the lady was being so nice and everything else, and I was still intrigued, and I was like, well, I need to try a full bottle, because that's not the way to do it.
Usually you can only really tell if it's like, oh.
Yeah.
I mean, you can maybe tell if it's great, but we Trader Joe's actually does sell one, so I have tried that in the past. And
did you find it interesting at all?
No, I liked it. Yeah, it was interesting. I've recommended it before, depending on the style that you're looking for. But it is weird to think about Pinot Noir with Germany. Yeah, for me.
And these grapes actually they began being cultivated and worked in that area by the Cistercian monks, which are an offshoot of the Trappist monks.
Ooh, and we know what Trappist monks do.
We always connect everything back to beer.
It always has to come back there.
No, I shouldn't have done that, but it's true though.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was like in the 1250s.
They were
or something like
brewing masters. It doesn't matter what they were doing.
Yeah,
as long as they were brewing.
They're brewing delicious things. That's all that matters. So yeah, so it was like said. It was actually on sale at the time. It was $12.99. So, but I've seen it anywhere up to $15 or $16. So somewhere in there, your mileage may vary, depending on where you get it. And I'm actually using my Pinot Noir glasses. So
wow, and your German Pinot Noir glasses.
That's true. These actually are made in Germany.
Are they?
Yeah, actually they are.
Nice.
Amazingly enough, yeah. So they got me with the crazy bottle, but actually the name of this winery, it's I think we mentioned is Affentaler, but Affental actually means Valley of the Monkey. So that's where they put all this together.
Nice. In the Valley of the Hunky.
In the Valley
Hunky.
The Hunky.
In the Valley of the Monkey.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, it's funny. Because it's a clear glass bottle, and I was thinking that the color though was going to be lighter than it actually is in the glass. Yeah, it is light.
It is lighter though, right?
But it's not. Think? Yeah, but it's not like rosé light.
No, but it does kind of it kind of reminds me of like Chianti, that kind of color.
Yeah, it has a little brownish edge.
Yeah,
a little brown,
something
edge.
Like that. Which usually the Pinot Noirs I have are usually a little bit deeper in color.
And there are like some of the classic styles like from France do have that lighter color to them. But I was expecting this to be like I said pinker.
And it's funny you say France, because those monks that I talked about, they actually are from France.
Oh, they traveled across.
The Cistercian monk. Yeah, that's actually they started in 1098 and they worked their way actually into that area. So I'm assuming these probably are actually grapes that originated in France.
Wow. So these are very old, ancient grapes.
Yeah. Well, 1250s when they actually started working them in Germany. So I know way too much about this wine.
No, that's good. You're prepared. No need for the fact checker to come along.
No fact checking.
Raspberry or cherry or something?
I was going to say light cherry was what I was going to say. Little light cherry. Little kind of the alcohol seems to come through a little bit. And then like the finish in the aroma is a little bit of that sweet. Yeah. Kind of comes through.
Yeah, it does hit a little bit.
But it's not overly complex in any way. No. It's not like, oh, I'm getting layers of this. It's really like cherry, little, like I said, alcohol kind of seems to come through and then sweet.
Yep. So it definitely has the that lighter fruitier note, not like sweet fruit, but a nice fruit, but it's not overly so. I don't think.
No, I think there's a nice little like kind of effervescence to the fruit. It's kind of a little bit lighter. We good or bad, like I said, sometimes it's always frustrating when you get certain things in the aroma and then none of that transfers over.
Right.
I honestly think this almost is exactly what I got in the aroma.
Yeah.
It stays fairly uncomplex. And it goes from that light cherry fruit, goes into like, I'm kind of feeling a little bit of the alcohol warmth, and then it finishes with just a nice little kind of sweetness at the end. Getting a little dry at the front of my tongue.
Yeah, I definitely get that. I was just about to say that. Yeah,
I'm getting that.
That's for sure.
But the nice flavors on the back, definitely lighter, and correct. You probably would not want to have this, with any kind of, heavier foods or something like this. But this would almost be kind of a good summer Pinot Noir.
Absolutely.
Sitting out on the porch if it's a little warmer outside. Cause I've got this probably actually at about the right temperature. Probably could be a little bit warmer, maybe. But you could probably,
if anything, you could chill it.
Right. That's what I was going to say. This also would probably stand up well to being a little more chilled if it was, it's humid today.
I mean, this reminds me of some of those rosés we had.
Right.
It almost like a combination of the two, the Josefina and the Petite Reserve.
Sure.
Because the Josefina had some of the fruit, and the Petite Reserve had that too, but it also had almost, even though it wasn't aged in oak, it had those other layers. Mm-hmm. So it's almost like like you took those and blended them a little bit together, because it's not
quite as effervescent as it. Like those are even a little bit
more toward lively with fruit. Yeah,
right. More toward livelier fruit.
But I don't know if you would have just poured this for me in the glass and said, "Try this," I don't think I would have said German Pinot Noir. We could have maybe
that would have been
Niles and Fraser.
The word take a cab. Yeah, I don't know if I would have thought Pinot Noir as well, but because most of the ones I probably, I do have are like the California style. So
the body's very smooth, though. It's really. I mean, it does leave you with the dry, but when you're drinking it, when it's going in, it's nice. Not oily, but it is nice and smooth. It's just very polished, I guess. Almost, I would say.
There's a little bit of a. It could almost be called like an olive oil kind of quality to it, because it's like that where it's still light.
Yeah.
But there's there's a coating though that goes along with that. I really like it. I think you kind of have to go into it with a different set of eyes, because if you go into it looking for what most Pinot Noirs people think of, you're going to be disappointed.
Well, yeah, people who are exposed primarily to California Pinot Noirs. Yeah, this is nothing like that.
This is nothing like that. But I think I actually really like it.
Yeah,
I liked it. There at the time, like I said, and it was interesting. And I would be interested to try. Like I said, they do a Riesling as well, which is known in that area. So I would like to try that to see if maybe they get even a little more sweet. I know. Yeah, they really went for it with the copper monkey on the bottle.
I wonder if you could take that off.
I don't know how it's actually on.
It's part of the glass and it painted it.
Yeah. Yeah, at first I thought it was like some tin.
Like a tin thing.
Yeah, I did too when I first got it
that way. Huh, yeah, you can definitely tell along the back here that that's just all glass. Wow, okay. That's definitely a specific bottle style.
Yeah.
They went and said, I'd like one with a monkey outline on it.
Oh, and one I forgot, actually, I should have mentioned at the top. So one extra side note. So for the random German pronunciations and all these different things, I actually gave a call to Mom. Before we started the podcast, I had to give her a phone call, and I said, what's the pronunciation on this? Is that correct?
Of this word here?
Yeah, just making sure. Like I was correct. Like I thought it was one way, and that's what it was with
Affentaler.
And then also, like I said, obviously the Cistercian, like I said, that band of monks and stuff like that in Baden, and went through those things. So she was
and this is
kind enough to help me out. So
Valley of the Monkey.
Yes.
Okay.
Because that's English.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Which
I
we're,
was
we're
able
good.
to-
We're good on that one.
Usually we're good at that one. Yeah.
And,
Well, that was good. Well, thanks to Mom for helping us out with that.
Yeah, and hopefully we will say thank you as well if you head on over to the website at AboutBeverages.com and check out the tasting notes for this German Pinot Noir, which I think is
We'll say please and
is
thank
definitely
you.
definitely very interesting.
Yeah, no, I agree. And this is what I remember about the other German Pinot Noir I've had. So they're similar in expression with that grape. It is lighter. It is more along this style too. So that's interesting.
But whether we like it or not,
You should give it a shot.